Hey everyone, weekly update on the golf, fantasy golf, and how we're doing in it. Report on the Masters and looking forward to the China Open as we return to normal DP World Tour fare this week. The Masters proved very profitable for me. Over the course of the weekend, I garnished 1,141 points. As you know, my target each week is to break the 1,000 point mark. Having the winner in your fold helps big time. Rory McIlroy not only achieved the career Grand Slam, but collected me 442 points. Thank you very much to Rory for that, and I'm glad I backed him for this one. Scotty Scheffler, 152 points. Ludwig Oberg was next in my list. Well, Bryson DeChambeau at 161, Oberg at 144. Victor Hovland 126 and a disappointing John Ram on 116, but all six through to the weekend, and also the fact that I was one of the highest scorers in the two leagues I'm in, and that has boosted my rating in them. Yes, I said highest scorer in both of these leagues over the weekend, which was a big boost to my position. I've taken the lead in the Here We Golf Pod on YouTube um, with 12,165 points. I passed Premier CRU with John Wood. He's on 12,093 and on 12,064 Mr. Penn, Darren Sharp. So I passed both of those guys. And that was a good move over the weekend. Delighted with that. Blue Sky proving harder to get to the top of that league, although I did make a very poor start in this one compared to others. Um, T Shock, Ian Woods, 12,508 is a great total, and he's up there at the lead. Twitty has been there from the start, James Twitty, 12,378. So on 12,165, there are only three of us into the 12,000 scores, and I'm in third place. So I'm delighted with that. So that's the league positions at the moment. Now on to this week's picks. Back to more normal fare, Volvo China Open in Shanghai. I picked a few locals, for want of a better term, as in Nakajima, who seems to perform well in these Asian Tour events, and Haitong Lee, who is in form at the moment and is my captain for the week. Others are generally good, normal picks. As I said, I've picked them a few times in my team. Um, Matthew Jordan, who's twice been in my team, is now making his third appearance, and Sean Norris, this will be his third appearance as well. Also, Rasmus Nergard Peterson, his third appearance, and Just Luton, his second appearance. His form, though, can go up and down, so he's a bit of a chance for me this weekend. I've had him in before, and he's not made the weekend. Neargard, Peterson, Norris, and Jordan are more regular performers, and while they don't necessarily always hit the top of the leaderboard, they guarantee to get me to the weekend. And I think it's back to kind of normal fare this week, in the hope that it's six players through to the weekend and get the points built up and maintain the positions that I've achieved so far within the two leagues. But things looking up league position wise and also golf pick wise. I do have to remember with the bigger players when we go into the major tournaments, we'll only have three times you can pick those major players. So there's going to be one of those majors that you're out and not picking one of them. So that'll force my hand a little bit depending on the different events as I go seeking others in the field who are showing form. So we'll have to watch that. But at the moment for this week, back to the Volvo China Open. Fingers crossed. Also, fingers crossed maybe for my own golf for the weekend. Yes, I had planned to actually golf this week, but today at some stage, but the weather has negated against that big time. And it looks like we have a change in the weather. It's gone pretty cold and also very wet. So today is technically a washout. Qualifiers started last weekend, so we had a mixed bag of that. Off the green markers on Saturday, and 39 points was an excellent opener. Probably could have had a few more and got beaten out of a category prize on a worst front nine. So I had an equal back nine with the player who beat me, but he had a better front than nine than me. So that's the way it goes. At the end of the day, we take our chances, so we do, and we go with it. The Sunday I played off the whites, and while it was a bit scrappy, I felt that the distance factor wasn't a problem for me. I seem to be driving the ball quite well at the moment, fingers crossed. And also, I seem to have worked out my irons into greens and my fairway woods and stuff. So I'm quite happy with where my game is, and I lost a shot over the weekend. So the journey downward, handicap wise, has begun already this season. Do let me know how you got on with your golf at the weekend. Hit me in the comments down below, and also let me know how your scores are going overall, and maybe what the weather's like with you. Certainly, it looks like the shorts might disappear this weekend as it's got cooler. I'm hoping for a bit drier weather than we have, of course, today, as I've mentioned. Um, don't forget to like, subscribe, also hit the comments, comment on your own golf. Maybe if you're in the fantasy tour golf as well, comment what league you in, how you going. Let me know that as well. Once again, thanks for taking the time to listen all the way through, and we'll see you on the next one.